smell the smugness from all the way over here. So yesterday I had, I think, the worst idea I've ever had. I was getting a little bit bored around Greenville on Moosehead Lake, to be honest. I highly recommend going to Moosehead Lake. But living in the truck in one place for a time like that was honestly getting kind of old. There was plenty to do. I mean, if I was a little bit more active, it probably would have been fine. But I was getting kind of bored. And so I decided to do a little bit of traveling around. Yesterday I went to the easternmost point in the US, which we will be seeing later. On the way over there, I crossed Route 1, which starts where I am now, and goes to Key West, Florida. One of the reasons I was wanting to change locations because it was getting kind of hot. Guess where is hotter than here? Everywhere south. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go south. So, where I am now, the beginning of Highway 1 is Fort Kent, Maine. The Route 1 mostly hugs the coast. You get a little bit inland in Georgia and a little bit in North Carolina. But overall, it's mostly going down the coast of the US. I guess you can pause that if you want to read that whole thing. So I have no idea how long this trip will take. I'm in literally no rush. I have no real time frame. I gotta be back in Colorado by the end of November, and definitely not going to take that long to get down there. I'm going to be taking a pretty leisurely pace. I'm going to try and hit as many things as possible. It's impossible to hit everything. And I'm not going to be completely glued to Route 1. If there's something cool to see off Route 1, I'm going to go and see it. So it's not going to be like a totally super duper strict trip. And really, the trip's off to a pretty good start. Here in Fort Kent, it's, I don't know, relatively nice, pretty quiet town. I think the only reason it's here is for Canada. No, maybe not. I'm going to go to Canada, though, probably this week, actually. Down the street there's, I think it's pronounced Malinocket. I don't know. And the town of Malinocket on the US side, doesn't appear to be that much to see. But the city on the other side of the border, little town, really, looks pretty interesting for being a small town. I looked at it on maps and it seems like there's some pretty interesting things over there. So I'll be seeing you later, Canada. So the point of this video is mostly just to give a overview of the format of this trip. Yeah, it's a pretty wild change from what I was planning on doing, but I was going a little bit nutso, staying in one place for so long. But I will give a little bit of an overview of Fort Kent right here. There's a really good brewery, and there's some pretty cool outdoor things to do. The weather isn't that great right now. I'm sure you can hear it's a little bit windy. So I'm going to get out this afternoon and give a little overview of the town. This right here is the St. John River. Yeah, it's really important because it's the only thing that separates us from the metric system, so it's best to protect it as well as we can. It's also pretty nice to look at. be honest, this place is kind of the average U.S. highway town, I guess you would call it, where the main street is the highway. So you don't have the highway being in a pedestrian safe area. So if you want to, walk the high street, you're fighting car traffic. Literally anytime you want to cross the street. This is pretty standard, as you all know. But here at Fort Kent, they have kind of a cool, I don't know if they made it for this reason, but they did something that kind of helps with it. They have a trail system called the Riverside Trail System, and it's in town. You can cross the entire town without ever seeing a vehicle. Yeah, it's just really kind of a swampy area. I don't know, not really just swampy, but this area that I'm in is swampy, but it's really just kind of a bunch of different areas of Maine all in one. Really cool idea. I really enjoyed this, getting around this way. So the First Mile Highway 1 brewery is just down that way. So we'll take a stroll through town and get on over there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this little introduction to my stupid adventure I'm going to be on, and this very short introduction to Fort Kent, Maine. I'm going to get onto the road tomorrow, and we'll see how this adventure starts. Anyways, I appreciate you guys joining in on me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. See ya!